This is Spider-Man, and these are his greatest enemies. Today, he's fighting all of them, weakest to strongest. Along the way, he'll get upgrades, enhanced abilities, and more. And at the end of the video, we're combining all of the builds to create one huge Spider-Verse, so let's get into it. Peter has just finished his first homemade suit, basically a glorified hoodie and sweatpants with extra web shooters strapped to his utility belt. But it's more than enough for his first enemies, street-level thugs. Think Marvin Harry from Home Alone. They're completely incompetent, only capable of intimidating the most vulnerable, leading us to this nice little park. It's Mrs. Daisy's favorite place for walks with Snowball.
Hi, fella. Here's your purse back.
As a kid playing Spider-Man games, one of the best parts was unlocking all the suits. From the ridiculous like the Amazing Bagman to ones that gave Peter incredible new powers like the 2099 suit. So moving through each build, we'll do the same. Our next enemy, Rhino. What he lacks in intellect, he makes up for in brute strength. So I gave him a huge upgrade with this mech suit, complete with armored plating and posable legs. His target, the local bank. I started by building this sign, complete with spotlights. The bright green color scheme fits perfectly with our comic book world. For additional details, I included this working ATM. Inside, a teller sits behind a pane of glass, a technique that wedges windows into these antenna sockets. The lobby has a desk for writing checks, as well as some other details. At the back sits the giant safe. Opening it reveals stacks of cash and gold worth millions. For safekeeping, the handle can rotate to lock the door and secure the money.
I've fallen and I can't get up!
To stop Rhino, Spider-Man swings in using these pieces traditionally used for horns and bones, and after webbing him up, hands him over to the police. Between the boss fights, Peter still has to deal with normal teenage life, like going to school. Since the medium nougat color is pretty rare, I just used what I had, like treasure chest lids to create the bell tower wall. And to finish the exterior, I sprinkled in some students. The classroom's got all the usual stuff. The cafeteria is the perfect spot for students to hang out, and Peter keeps a spare suit stored in his locker, just in case. Speaking of which,
I'd rip Spider-Man's face off for free!
In the chaos, Peter bolts to the bathroom. With a twist of this gear, the wall spins, revealing Spider-Man.
Talk is cheap.
Mary Jane, I apologize.
Mary Jane!
With Scorpion defeated, it's time to move on. To increase the danger, we're going elemental with the Sandman. In my opinion, the one from this set is the best LEGO has ever released, so that's our start. His body is full of posable elements, but his hands are the best part of the design. Using a ton of plates, I built up these swirls to simulate a storm. He's wreaking havoc in the middle of a construction zone, tossing entire diggers with ease. With so many attachment points, Spider-Man can strike from any angle, but to stop him, he has to exploit Sandman's biggest weakness, water. Mysterio isn't physically imposing, but he's a master of trickery and psychological warfare. To counter him, we're upgrading Peter to the Iron Spider. The enhanced sensors can detect illusions, and with 4 extra arms, it's insanely deadly. To match Mysterio's abilities, I'm building a movie theater, the perfect stage for special effects and deception. With transparent studs, I built one of those classic tower lights, and the golden roof gives it a ritzy, luxurious design. Movie posters hanging from the walls advertise all of the biggest blockbusters. Inside, patrons are greeted by the buttery smell of popcorn coming from the concession stand. But if you're like me, you won't be able to afford any of it.
That'll be $76.
The theater is lined with rows of comfortable plush chairs, and their classic look matches the iconic red curtain. And for the coolest part, you can slide in your cell phone and really show everyone a movie.
Showtime! I'm ready for my close-up.
And with this build complete, the stakes are getting even higher, literally with the Vulture. He's usually portrayed in one of two ways, with lifelike organic wings or high-tech jet-powered ones. They're both cool, but for our circumstances, we're going mechanical. His target is this private jet, owned by none other than Tony Stark, and piloted by his right-hand man, Happy Hogan. On board is loads of Stark tech that Vulture would love to scavenge for himself. Suits, blueprints, prototypes, weaponry, and much more. In total, it fits 3 suits, as well as the pilot's cockpit. These clear bar pieces are the best way to pose Vulture mid-flight, as he intercepts the jet and fights to take out Spider-Man once and for all. Back on the ground, New York's finest are on the scene investigating with this mobile crime lab. I got it on clearance, and it features a ton of details, like this radar dish and a crate full of police gear. And I upgraded it to have these lights. But the best part is the lab itself. Between the 2 floors, officers gather clues, evaluate evidence, and track down suspects, who today is a man named Max Dillon, but they're unaware he's better known as Electro. The problem? Between them and the station is a power plant. With its black and yellow color scheme, you can tell that the turbines are chock full of voltage, just waiting to be harnessed. Our next addition are these power lines, assembled with a variety of silver pieces. For the cords, I'm using these bendable cables. To stop the madness, Spider-Man is utilizing the shock-proof suit full of electrical resistors, and with a couple of pieces, I made a swinging feature. Taking a break from the villainy, we're building Spider-Man's web quarters, starting with this set I found on clearance. Repeat after me, never buy full-priced Lego. And the set includes 5 minifigures. My favorite is this exclusive Iron Man. I had no idea at first, but this villain is actually a Nazi from Captain America. He comes with this mech, but overall looks pretty dumb. Which leads me to the set's main problem. Since it's based on a toddler show, it's way too basic, so we're upgrading it. Starting with this half dome, which I completed and then motorized. The original TV was a single piece, but I wanted one closer to the Spider-Verse version. So I built this upgraded display with tons of different screens and a control console. And to operate all of it, I had to include Ned Leeds, aka the guy in the chair. Now a suit gallery, the most epic part of any superhero base. Each pod opens and closes for easy access, and I filled them with suits from all of the characters' eras. And for a finishing touch, I added a spider car. With everything added together, our upgraded web quarters is complete, giving our heroes a base for saving the world that doubles as the ultimate hangout. All that's left are Peter's greatest rivals, starting with Doc Ock. His train battle with Spider-Man is one of the greatest ever, so that's our inspiration. To match his color scheme, I'm building with green and orange accents. The first car houses the sensor and battery. The second uses sideways building techniques to create the window's green trim. Riding inside are the passengers and a small dining area. And no train is complete without a conductor. It's fully operational, just don't run it at full speed. To heighten the danger, I'm elevating the entire track. Then Doc Ock blew it up, careening the train towards a sheer drop-off. With no driver. It's all up to Spider-Man to stop the train and rescue the people. With all of his webbing and every last bit of strength, he saves everyone just in time. The Daily Bugle is the most iconic building in the Spider-Verse, so that's next. First, I created these giant lettered signs that I added to the skyscraper, but they were way too big. So instead, I just built an actual bugle. And it fits way better. The first floor is a small lobby with a table for the receptionist. Moving up, a DJ is broadcasting the Daily Bugle's latest news from this recording studio. On this floor, a pair of journalists are running down leads for developing stories. And as they take notes, they track other news from this media center.
Which headline do you like better? Spider-Man, we're on to you? Or Spider-Man, the unnoticed threat?
Next is the photographer's office. Here, Peter Parker works across his rival, Eddie Brock. And let's just say, Eddie's no fan of Spider-Man. And after merging with an alien symbiote, his grudge turned deadly. To transform him, I'm using this Dollar Tree slime that has the perfect look and consistency. By connecting some macaroni bars illegally, you can give his symbiotic tentacles a serious upgrade, transforming him into one of Spider-Man's most threatening and dangerous rivals. If you thought Venom was bad, Carnage makes him look like one of the good guys. He's pure evil, and his regeneration makes him nearly unstoppable. So to bring him down, we're not just upgrading Spidey's suit, we're enlisting Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. To set the scene, we're building an aerial tram, those bus car things that zipline through the air. At first, I used a string as the cable, but it didn't work that well, so I replaced it with a gear system. To give the tram car a round shape, I'm using 2 of these sloped windshields. And of course, I had to motorize it. Riding inside are Carnage's victims.
Here I come!
With Carnage destroyed, the family is safe. For Spider-Man's final showdown, he's facing his arch nemesis, the Green Goblin. He's come in multiple variants over the years, but my favorite is the original movie version. The battle is going to be on a giant bridge. After getting the basic shape, I added cables that are perfect for web slinging. For the final touch, no bridge in New York is complete without a taxi.
I've been burning bridges all day, but I think I'll just knock this one down. This is between you and me, Goblin.
Defeating Green Goblin, New York is saved. But suddenly, the multiverse ripped open. With dimensions converging on one singularity, all of the Spider-Man are crashing into New York. The city is in chaos as all of the heroes swing into action. Civilians panic as the villains are loosed, but something tells me they won't stand a chance against Spider-Man. In the comments, tell me how you would have ranked Spider-Man's enemies, and who did I leave out? Until next time, see ya later.